Guys, we have an urgent breaking news coming out. The US Commander-in-Chief just dropped a massive bombshell statement to the American people. We're going to see what's going on with this one. It has a lot to do with the war going on between Ukraine and Russia and the peace agreement. It seems like we got something here, guys. It seems like we got something. All right, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support this channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Thank you again for your support. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Earlier today, Fox News put out a bombshell report about a peace agreement was made between Russia and Ukraine, and we're going to see what's going on here. So Donald said this: tremendous progress towards ending the war. The U.S. commander leaning fully into his role as the deal maker in chief. Negotiations, he says, are now in the late stages, and that the U.S. is coordinating direct outreach to both Moscow and Kiev. This as the closest the war has come to a settlement since it began, and a moment shaped by the U.S. president's personal leverage with both sides. All right, so give me a second here. Let's go with Donald. Let's go with Donald message. Over the past week, my team has made tremendous progress with respect to ending the war between Russia and Ukraine, a war that would never have started if I were president. Last month, 25,000 soldiers gone. The original 28-point peace plan, which was drafted by the United States, has been fine-tuned with additional input from both sides, and there are only a few remaining points of disagreement. In the hopes of finalizing this peace plan, I have directed my special envoy Steve Witkoff to meet with Putin in Moscow, and at the same time, Secretary of Army Dan will be meeting with Ukrainians. I will be briefed on all progress made along with Vice President Vance, Secretary of State Rubio, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, and the White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles. I look forward to hopefully meeting with the President, Zelensky, and Putin soon, but only when a deal to end this war is final or in its final stages. Thank you for your attention to this very important matter, and let's all hope that peace can be accomplished as soon as possible. The Commander-in-Chief Donald Trump, President of the United States of America. Once again, let me just bring this up. I did talk about this earlier, but let me just bring this up one more time. Zelensky wants to meet the U.S. President over Turkey and peace talk. The Ukrainian president team says he wants to meet the U.S. president this week, maybe over Thanksgiving, to lock in a deal to end the war in Ukraine. The plan's been trimmed from 28 points down to 19, and both sides say they agree on most of it, except the part about giving Russia more land. Now, Zelensky wants the U.S. president to personally negotiate that one, because what's a peace deal without some drama? Oh, and yes, the U.S. commander team is floating legally binding security guarantees. Ukraine calls it historic. Russia calls it a problem. All right, so once again, there's no date between these two when it comes to coming to some kind of a very important meeting or discussion, Donald and Zelensky. So there hasn't been any date for them to meet over the peace talks. All right, give me a second here, guys. I want to bring this one up too. This information is coming out right now. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff In a previously unreported phone call on October 14 with Russian leader Putin, top foreign policy aide Dori suggested that they work together to create a similar peace agreement to the one that has just been signed in Gaza for Ukraine. According to Bloomberg, Steve Witkoff also advised the Kremlin on how Putin could counter the upcoming visit by Zelensky, suggesting a call between Donald and Putin before Zelensky visit the White House later that week, and using praise for the cease plan in Gaza as a way into the good graces of Donald. All right, so Newsweek is putting out some more information here. I want to pull this one up too, guys. And yeah, do me a favor. Make sure you share the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you again for your support. The United States Special Envoy Steve Witkoff advised Russian officials on how to pinch a Ukraine peace deal to Donald, according to an audio recording reported by Bloomberg. Steve Witkoff, a property developer and longtime Donald associate, played a pivotal role in shaping the White House current Ukraine peace proposal, as well as the cease plan between the deal between the Holy Land and Gaza. Late in October, Steve Witkoff met with Kremlin's envoy Kirill Dmitriev, an economic advisor to the Bear president, in Florida to discuss and begin drafting an agreement that will prioritize the Bear interest. In a conversation reviewed by Bloomberg, Steve Witkoff is heard telling Yushakov, "We put a 20-point Trump plan together that was 20 points for peace, and I'm thinking maybe we do the same thing with you." In another conversation on October 29, Jari, Putin's most senior foreign policy advisor, Dmitriev, told Yushakov he could talk later with Steve about a paper, Bloomberg reported. All right. Very important updates, news here, guys, when it comes to ending this biblical war going on in Ukraine. Almost 4 years. Give me a second here, guys. I'm still looking for some more information here. Once again, the White House is the one that's been dropping massive bombshell news ending the war. Over the past week, my team has made tremendous progress with respect to ending the war between Russia and Ukraine, a war that would have never started if I were commander. For some reason, 83 million decided to go for Joey because he was a lot of a better candidate. And what happened? Boy, oh boy! My goodness, I can't believe the sleeping giant's still alive, man. 4 years under Mr. Burns, that's one of my code words for Joe. Good gosh, man. He allowed 25 million to pour into our sleeping giant, gave billions for this war, almost took us to WWE3. Man. And he was hitting, he was walking towards like he was hitting the wall because, again, he was elderly, and I'm not making fun of him, but again, the Easter Bunny had to help him walk and, take him to the right area. Once again, the White House is putting out this bombshell news. I look forward to hopefully meeting with Zelensky. So the White House reposted what Donald tweeted on Truth Social. Give me a second here. I see a lot of people highlighting stuff here. In the hopes of finalizing this peace plan, I have directed my special envoy Steve Witkoff to meet with Putin in Moscow, and at the same time, Secretary of the Army Dan will be meeting with the Ukrainians. Donald directs Steve Witkoff to meet with Putin, Secretary of Army Driscoll with Zelensky in hopes of finalizing a Russian-Ukraine peace deal. That's the one. That is the one. What's going on with this one? Zelensky says he's ready to meet Donald and is open to accepting most of the peace plan. Once again, the president of Ukraine also suggested that European partners join his negotiation with the U.S. commander. That's the problem, guys, is that you have NATO. Sometimes these Europeans, they come in and say, no, yeah, we don't like this, Z. Come on. Notably, the U.S. Secretary of State Rubio took part in today's online meeting of the Coalition of the Willing. It seemed like a positive sign. So far, it does. But my gut tells me those NATO, Zelensky just put out his message. The Bear Russia war against Ukraine hasn't ended yet. Every day, the Bear takes out our people on the front lines and strike our cities and energy infrastructure. So, while diplomatic efforts to end this war continue, it is crucial that our partners don't forget that Ukraine still needs sufficient defense support, security support, and support for our resilience every single day. Zelensky said, I am grateful that all members of our coalition of the willing understand this and are ready to continue helping our army, our people, and our resilience. It is important that we keep rallying support for both defense and diplomacy. Today's conversation with 40 members of the coalition confirmed this. Thank you all. Sincerely, Zelensky. So there's a video here. I'm just going to share it. I'm not going to play the video due to trademarks. But it is very important news that is coming out today. Politico is even sharing the information. Donald wants peace in Ukraine, no matter what a deal looks like. I think the world wants to see this ending. It's gone for almost 4 years. And I guarantee, if those sanctions placed on Russia, if those sanctions are lifted, I guarantee a lot of prices will go down. Inflation possibly will go down. I guarantee a lot of stuff will go down. These biblical wars and sanctions is the ones hurting everything. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. I'm not seeing anything else. Let me just refresh the page one more time. Make sure you check out the videos I posted today. All the links will be in the comments box. Yeah, it seems like this is all of it here. But again, they're still trying to work out this peace agreement. It seems like it's getting closer and closer. And look, we should pray that God intervene and get all these world leaders just to come together and just agree to end this biblical war, because almost 4 years, nothing good is coming out of it. Nothing good. Numbers of soldiers are gone. This millions living in the cold. There's no power grid. I mean, it just, you don't get nothing good. You don't gain anything from these biblical war. You don't gain anything. You just, it leads to famine. It leads to pestilence. It leads to nightmare. Hearing missiles and drones and all that type of stuff. I mean, we got to think about these young ones out there that's facing and seeing all these catastrophic biblical war. We have to think about that. I know some people's going to be like, that's not my problem. We live here in America. That's their problem. No, that's all of us. We are all in this together. And we should be coming together as disciples, commander, again, Christians, followers of Christ. Our job is to go out there and spread the gospel and pray for many and feed the poor and pray for the sick. That's our job. So again, guys, I will keep you updated with all these news from nation against nation. I got another video coming up, and I want to thank every single one of you for your support. Check out the videos I posted today, all the information in the description box and comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Till next time later. Peace.